Hello, and welcome to the Online Writing Challenge and to our very first training day. I am already seeing a lot of comments. Let me just quickly check in and see if everything is set up and you can see me and hear me. I'm seeing lots and lots of comments from people from all over the world. So if you are already with us, hop into the comment section, say hi, let me know you can see me and hear me. If you are here live with me, let me know by saying live. If you're catching up the replay later on, let me know by saying replay. Let's check that out. Hello. We have so many members already with us. We have Dorin, Jonathan from Montreal, Christopher, hi. We have Mahmoud, John from Tennessee, Irene from Kenya, from Argentina, Wales, UK. Amazing. Awesome. We have lots of people on the live stream. So, welcome to the Online Writing Challenge. We have prepared a lot for you. We have a lot to cover. I have my Write On shirt on, even though I'm not in a writing mood, but in the teaching mood. But this is going to be amazing. I have prepared slides for you. So while we are waiting for the last few people to join us over here, let me just quickly put my slides up on the screen. So we are ready to start as soon as everyone has found their links and has logged in. We already have more than 150 people joining us live, which is amazing. We have people from Spain, Kirk from Georgia, Kat, people from Kenya, Nigeria. Amazing. You guys are awesome. Thank you all for already being such an active community and so many amazing participants who are sharing their dreams, goals, milestones, but also struggles with us inside the community. It's been a pleasure to engage with you and to connect with you over the last few days already. Awesome. All right, I think we are ready to get started. Let me just start out with a very short introduction on who I am and what I do, for those of you who might be brand new here. My name is Sinem Günel. I know it might be hard to pronounce. It's a Turkish name, but that's how you say it. I'm obviously an online writer, just like you, but not just that. I am also a coach and a trainer. And this week in particular, I want to be your cheerleader. I want to cheer on you. I want to cheer with you. I want you to make breakthroughs. I want you to have aha moments and to really make some progress in this journey, whether that's technical, tactical, or really just getting into the mindset of, oh, wow, this is something I can really do. This is something that I could do for years to come. And this is actually possible for me. And this is actually one of my favorite parts of my job. But apart from all these things, I am also here to be a bridge builder this week. If you have joined last year's boot camp that we hosted, you might be familiar with this. But if not, let me just quickly share with you what being a bridge builder means. I believe that content, no matter if that's a written article, a video, a live training, just like this one, should be a bridge. It should be a bridge, and it should create a bridge between two different scenarios. So ideally, you have one scenario in the beginning, which in this case, for example, is maybe you don't know how to start writing online, or you don't know how to move forward. Maybe you've been writing online for a while, but just feel a little stuck. There are changes coming up. You feel a little overwhelmed. You feel tired, exhausted. Maybe you're a little scared of changes or just overwhelmed and stuck, right? On the other end of the bridge, which means in this case, at the end of this challenge, hopefully you will feel empowered and confident. You will know exactly which next steps to take. You will know what to pay attention to and what kind of noise to completely cut out. You will be supported by a like-minded community of hundreds of people who are here with you, and you will finally be on track to achieve those long-term goals that you've been thinking about for so long. And this is the kind of bridge I want to build for you during this week. But this is kind of a metaphor that I really love whenever it comes to creating content. Every single article that you create, every single piece you write can be a bridge, no matter how small or big it is. Your bridge could be from someone having a very bad day and just being in a super negative mood, to making them laugh because you write humor pieces. Your bridge could be having someone not being motivated to actually take action on their dreams, to being super motivated and finally taking action. It could be having a problem and you create the solution by building a bridge. Whatever your content is, you can always think of it as guiding someone over that bridge, no matter if it's advice driven or if it's a personal story that just has an underlying message that will help people to overcome some of their mental struggles or really just feel understood. All right. Let me know in the comments, and I'm already seeing so many comments over here, if this is your first time at one of my trainings or not. Let me know if you've been at one of my trainings or sessions before, or if you are brand new. I have a feeling that we have a lot of very new people with us this time. So let me know which one applies to you before we move on into the challenge schedule. We have a lot of first timers. We have Christopher, we have Joanne, we have George, Sarah. Amazing. Hello and welcome, you guys. So if this is the first time we are meeting, welcome. If this is not the first time meeting, welcome back. This is even more amazing. Awesome. Let me quickly give you an overview on what we're going to discuss. So today is day one of the online writing challenge, and we are going to take a look at the landscape and at what I love to call supercharging yourself. We will also take a look at the end of each session. If we have a few more minutes left, I'll take a look at your questions here and see if we can just discuss any open questions that you might have shared in the chat box. In day two, we are focusing on clarifying your message and getting ready to grow your audience. In day three, we are taking a look at virality, one of the most important aspects of online content creation. We'll also talk about ideas. I know that a lot of people feel stuck because they feel like they don't have interesting ideas, or their ideas are not unique. So that's something we'll cover as well. Day four is our special masterclass day. This is when we take a look at how exactly you can grow your audience on Medium this year without wasting any time. This is our most extensive training. It's not taking place on Facebook or YouTube. You have to sign up for it separately. I'm going to share the details very soon. That's because we have a lot to cover in this specific session. And in day five, we are creating a one-year roadmap. This is actually one of the trainings I'm looking most forward to, because I have prepared something that I've never done before, that I've been wanting to do for a very long time. This is going to be really fun. So make sure you are signed up for day 4 and you tune in for day 5. A few housekeeping rules before we dive into the actual content. If you have not requested access yet, we have an exclusive pop-up community for this challenge. This is where amazing stuff is happening, where you can connect with other writers, where you can share your questions, share your homework, your progress, and anything else that you really like to share. So if you have not requested access yet, make sure to do that now. You will find all the links that I'm talking about in the comments section right away. We also have an entire calendar schedule created for you so that you can add our challenge schedule to your calendar with one click. You can find all the links in your welcome emails as well. This is also important so you don't miss any sessions. We know we have a lot of time zone differences because we have such a global community here. So make sure you have the session scheduled and you show up on time. We also have a workbook for you, which you can download. Inside the workbook, you have your daily homeworks, your assignments. It's also kind of a guide to help you navigate through the challenge as we go on for this entire week. And last but not least, we have a VIP experience during this challenge. So we have a total of 5 VIP sessions that we got scheduled that are happening right after the training. So in our VIP sessions, we are going to dive deeper into the content by answering all your questions. So if you feel like you have some questions that you'd still love to discuss after this session and you are not a VIP member yet, you can upgrade and join us inside the VIP experience, also using the link you see here on the screen or in the comments section. So we'd love to welcome you in there if you're not a part yet. And you might have also seen that we are giving away amazing prizes during this entire challenge. So we already gave away, I think it's actually 5 at this time, VIP spots today. So we had amazing winners for participating in a challenge, for being active participants, or really just sharing their homework assignments with us inside the community. So take a look at the community, be an active member. That's not only how you make the whole experience more fun, but also how you get the most out of this entire challenge over the next few days. And we will be giving away different kinds of prizes over the next few days. We might give away some more VIP spots, but we also have other stuff prepared for you. And last but not least, you might have also recognized that I'm not alone on this journey. So inside the challenge community, my amazing partner, Philip, is supporting us. Whenever you have questions, you will likely also get answers from him, whether that's via email or it's inside the challenge community, it's on YouTube. You might get in touch with Philip. He is my partner in crime who is with me during this entire challenge and also during the VIP sessions. All right, let's dive in. This entire challenge exists because when I started to write online, then I was in 2018, I struggled a lot. And that's not just because I had no idea how to write, but it was also because I had zero writing experience at all. I didn't have any professional background or any education in writing. I'm not a native English speaker. You might have realized that as well. My family is coming from Turkey, so I have a Turkish background, and I was born in Austria, where we speak German. So I've basically grew up speaking Turkish and German, and only studied English at school. So let's say my writing skills were not necessarily in my favor when I started to write. And apart from that, I didn't know anyone who was writing professionally or successfully. I had no idea that you could turn writing on the internet into an actual job. And honestly, I also didn't tell many people that I started to write online on the side because I didn't really think it was something people would look up to. And when I started to tell people, I totally realized how they were skeptical. They were not necessarily thinking that this could be a serious job that I could pursue. And they also didn't know anyone else that was really making money off their writing, right? So I had these struggles, and I don't want any of those to be the case for you. And that's why this entire challenge exists. Apart from that, I'm honestly really also just an educator at heart. I have been a coach and trainer before I started to write. I've been hosting workshops and trainings for small groups, mostly of students, and I just always loved sharing knowledge. I loved hosting these trainings and working with people. That's also why I love hosting challenges and trainings like this one, because I love to pass on what I have learned. And as much as I love writing, I also love this part of my work. However, there was a but, and the but was that I wanted freedom. So in all these workshops and seminars that I was hosting, I was very time bound, right? And I wanted an empty calendar. I didn't want all these sessions to be scheduled. And apart from the sessions, there was so much time that I lost on the commute or in the preparation time of these events. I also wanted to detach my income from my time to a certain extent. I did want to be able to scale my income without just hosting more events and more workshops. And I also wanted to be able to have an impact on more people, really, because the number of people I could serve in such a small setting was just very limited compared to, the hundreds and actually more than 1,500 registrants that we have inside this challenge, for example. So I started to write. I had no idea what I could expect, but I started to write online. And for me, the starting point was Medium. And I started to write through the Medium Partner Program, and I started to make a little bit of money right away, which got me really excited. So when I made, $70 in the second month of being active, I was thrilled. That was the first time ever that I made money on the internet, and I was so excited when I actually saw that money ending up on my bank account, because I didn't even know that it was possible. I didn't feel like this was something that really existed back then. And maybe you are here and you already have some experience in the online world. I didn't have that back then. So for me, this was super exciting. At this point, I actually want to pose a quick question. Who is already familiar with Medium and its partner program, and who of you is brand new to this entire online writing world and is not familiar with the partner program yet? Leave a quick comment and let me know if you are already writing on Medium and using the partner program, or if you are brand new and you're just here to learn and explore different opportunities and options. Awesome. We have a lot of people who are actually brand new and some that are already using the partner program. Amazing. All right, we have people who don't know Medium yet. Awesome. Thanks for all your comments. In that case, we'll definitely dive deeper into what the partner program is and how you can benefit from it. And all our Medium veterans might be able to share their experiences and share all the knowledge they already have gathered inside the community over the next few days. All right. I have shown you how I started to write on Medium, right? So this is how I started. I struggled to grow my audience and income for a very long time. I had published over 150 articles without really making much more money than these numbers. And I remember at the end of these 150 articles, I was making about an average of $6 per post that I published, which was an okay side income, but it was not necessarily what I really aimed for, honestly. And I decided to go all in on my writing regardless of these results, because I was so excited about what I was seeing other people doing. I was seeing so many people succeed and thrive and really building amazing communities and businesses out of their writing that I wanted to give it a shot. And so I did. And at the beginning of 2020, I had this cliche New Year's resolution of writing every day. And I followed that. Within a relatively short amount of time, I have become one of the most read, most followed, and most earning writers on Medium. I have managed to grow my following to over 60,000 followers actually by now, have managed to get millions of views on my content, actually build a full-time income just by writing on the internet. And apart from that, I have had the pleasure to build an amazing community with over 10,000 writers, which you're probably already part of. And that has been the biggest pleasure, because that is exactly the kind of space and community that I didn't have access to when I started to write. And apart from all these amazing things, my writing is still enabling me to be a catalyst for something a lot bigger. I have given dozens of interviews. I've been on national TV last year for talking about my journey as a writer and entrepreneur. My insights and the way I run my business and the way I write has been featured in our university's papers. I have been speaking to students on stages, and all this stuff really is just possible because I stepped out of my own comfort zone and started to share my writing, or started to share my ideas and thoughts by using writing as a medium, even though I had no idea how to do it, even though I was scared and I didn't know if it was going to worth it, even though it took me a lot of time. And I was really busy at that time because I was in the middle of my studies and I had that side business with all the workshops and trainings that you already saw. So I was mostly writing at 6 a.m. in the morning or after 10 p.m. at night. But even just the idea that it could possibly work got me excited enough to keep going and keep pursuing this dream. All right, you guys. So we are in day one today. And one last thing that I want to know about your journey is if you are already writing online. You have already let me know if you are on Medium, but are you writing on other sites? Are you publishing your work on your own blog, or are you writing short form maybe? Let me know in the comments so I get a better feeling for how your journey already looks like. I have a bit of a sore throat today, so I was really glad actually that my voice is fine, but I will be drinking a lot of tea during the session, so I hope you don't mind. but I'm also loving to read your comments over here. So I love giving you some time to actually let me know where you are at. So we have people saying they have their own website. We have people posting on LinkedIn. We have people only being on Medium, people on Substack. Awesome. Amazing. Let me dive into why you should actually even double down on whatever you are doing, so that you get an idea of why this entire challenge actually exists right now. You might already know this, but the creator economy is bigger and better than ever. And I'm saying better on purpose because more platforms mean that we have more opportunities than ever before. And I just got notified that some of you are already leaving comments saying they don't know how Medium's partner program exactly works, and you are brand new and you're a little confused. No worries, stay with me. You will learn all of that over the next few days, and we'll share a lot of details so you're really well set up to get started, even if you are brand new right now. More platforms, more opportunities. And a lot of people think that more platforms, more creators means that they have a smaller chance to actually succeed, but that's not true. More creators and more engagement actually means that you can rely on existing experience. And this is something that I have never really understood. People who are constantly chasing new shiny objects, who are looking for the next big thing and the next big platform to hop onto. Because in reality, it is a lot easier to make use of opportunities that are already established and that are working. If you were to join a platform that has been founded like 3 months ago, and you go all in there because you hope to be one of the big first stars of that platform, you have such a high risk of the entire platform just not existing in a few weeks or months anymore, compared to going into a platform and a community that has been around for years or decades. And that is the power of places like Instagram, YouTube, but also Medium, which has been around for more than 10 years now. And of course, you have a lot of creators on there, but that is a good thing because it means that people already have figured out how to use the platform. It means that you can actually make things work. There is proof that you can make money or that you can grow an audience and that you can actually have an established presence there. This is a good thing, not a bad thing. We don't want to look for the next big thing. We want to stay on the things that are actually working and that are established right now. And last but not least, even though the creator economy is bigger and better in total, it also means that we have a lot more spam, a lot more creators who are using AI tools or any other kind of tool, or who are copy pasting and really just spamming the internet, spamming Medium, spamming places like Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, whatever it is. And even though this might sound like a negative, it's actually a pro too, because it means that there is a bigger need for those who write and create with care. I am someone who does not necessarily believe in mass content production and in hustling your way through content and constantly creating and constantly publishing. I believe that thoughtful content is the key to building a lasting audience and a mindful business or career, however you might want to call it. So more spam is actually an opportunity for those who have something to share and who really care about their message. And the truth is, you have infinite opportunities to create content. There are more platforms and choices than ever before. And you might have seen one of my recent emails or Facebook posts of James Clear, which I really loved, and I want to highlight it here. He's a best-selling author with a newsletter of, I think at this time, 2 million subscribers, which probably is one of the largest newsletters to exist at all. And he is saying, when I started in 2012, I thought I was too late. It seemed like blogs and newsletters had already peaked. It's not too late. Someone is starting the next 1 million person email list right now. If you're thinking about starting it, do it. And this resonated so much with me, because when I started to write on Medium in 2018, people were saying Medium is too saturated. There is not much space left for new writers. They were saying, there are not enough readers to find all the stories that are on the platform. And when I decided to go all in 2020, I was hearing the exact same things. People were saying the platform is dying. People were saying it is not worth it. A lot of writers were claiming that they are leaving Medium, which they never did. And in 2023, right now, I'm still reading the exact same things. I'm reading from people who are saying it is too saturated, the platform doesn't welcome new writers, and it's just not true. And it is so funny because I have actually screenshotted a few comments just today of a Facebook post or of a comment section inside our Facebook community of 3 different writers who have shared the kind of success they had on Medium last month. So we have Desiree here, who shared her screenshot of reaching more than 26,000 views with a single story and earning more than $1,000 on the story. We have Mona, who shared that she made over $3,000 on an article from November. And we have Maria, who shared a screenshot of a story reaching more than 40,000 views. This is amazing, and this is happening right now. And these are just 3 of how many hundreds of people who are actually thriving on the platform. And I have so many more examples for you throughout this entire challenge, but this is just, a spark so that you get an idea of what is possible. And I actually saw a tweet by Tim Denning just a few days ago. And some of you might know Tim Denning. If you do, let me know in the comments. And he said, 10 years ago was a great time to start writing online, says everyone in 2033. And I think this is so true. This resonates so much because it's always the same way, right? People always say, if I had started a few years ago, I would have gone viral, I would have made this. And other people are just successful because they started early enough. And then you come in here and you see people who started like 6 months ago, 3 months ago, and who are still thriving because they are consistent and because they are dedicated. And this is really the key message here. If a possibility or a goal excites you, you need to cut out the noise and focus on taking action. So you can judge based on your own experiences. You cannot judge an opportunity if you don't try it on your own. There are so many hateful posts on every single platform that you could possibly find on the internet, but you cannot make a decision for you that makes sense for your personal scenario if you don't try it on your own. And the reality is every single platform and opportunity that you have here is worth pursuing. TikTok works, LinkedIn works, Twitter works, Facebook works, Medium works, Instagram works, YouTube works. Everything works if you know how. The only question is, what do you really want to do, and are you willing to do it for long enough? And even though all these opportunities are powerful, I am a writer, and this is the online writing challenge. So we're going to talk about the power of long-form writing here. And in my opinion, the greatest benefit is that long-form writing gives you depth. If you write a long-form article, you have space and time to actually explore and also elaborate on your thoughts in detail. You are not limited by a character count or a word count. You can really share the full story. Readers are more engaged and likelier to come back. You cannot compare the engagement of someone who watches a TikTok or a reel or who reads a tweet to the engagement or the connection you have with a reader who reads an article of 1,000 words, 1,500 words. There is just a totally different way of connecting if you write long form. And this connection actually builds stronger relationships, which are the base of great opportunities for monetization, no matter if you use the partner program or you go into any other form of online monetization of an audience that you personally prefer. And throughout this challenge, last but not least, also SEO benefits and discoverability, obviously, because if you write long form, you have the possibility to get your work in front of the right people based on searches they do on Google, for example. If you write tweets, you are not really likely to be discovered through a Google search. The only chance that you have is virality, which you still also have with long form writing. Just on top of it, you also have the discoverability component here. And throughout this entire challenge, we are going to focus on using Medium as your key platform for a few different reasons. And this is particularly important for those of you who are new to Medium, but also relevant for those who might have been writing for a while and who feel like things have changed and it's not working for them anymore, or it's not, they're not sure if they should continue publishing on Medium. First of all, it's the ease of use. You have a very, very simple and sleek design on Medium that is reader and writer friendly. If a Medium reader opens the app or the web version, they face a beautiful homepage with stories that look nice. And this is important. This might sound like an addition, but it is very important to your journey as a writer as well. If your stories look horrible, people won't even give them a chance. They won't even open and read them. So you don't need any design or coding experience. You don't have to set up a website. You don't have to think about creating your own blog. Just create your profile in a couple of minutes and you are ready to publish. You have an existing community. This is actually one of the biggest points, right? If you go to any other place that could host your writing, you create your own website, you have to find people to find your writing or to discover your writing out of the blue. If you join Medium, you are writing for millions of readers who are actively checking out the page every single month. You are writing for people who are even paying for Medium stories. And this is basically how the partner program works. Readers on Medium are paying for a subscription fee. And at the end of the month, or actually every day, the subscription fee is split up amongst the reader or amongst the writers whose content they consume. Medium explains that in detail and very clearly on their support pages. This is the whole concept. You have readers who pay for great content and writers who get rewarded when their stories are being found and loved by readers. You have strong domain authority, which means discoverability. Even if you have zero SEO knowledge, and that was me when I started to write, you can get in front of people who are looking for the answers that you might be sharing in your stories. You can just show who you are and what kind of experiences and knowledge you have. You can build authority and trust. So it gets easier to achieve any of the goals that you might have in the online world, whether that's gaining clients, getting booked for trainings, workshops, speeches, keynotes, or maybe you have the goal of traditionally publishing a book. Everything is possible if you have a strong presence and then the loyal audience that actually loves your work. You can also just build credibility. You can use Medium as a portfolio, and maybe you want to be a full-time writer. You want to write for freelance clients, or you want to ghost write. Have Medium as your starting point. Have a few articles that are well written, that represent who you are and what you do. And boom, you can not only reach out to potential clients, but they might find you based on what you have published there. This has happened to me within, I guess it was like 4 months or 3 months of going all in. I had my first freelance writing clients, even though I did not intend to write for clients, but they reached out to me and they were willing to pay me a lot more than I thought they should pay, because they loved my work on Medium and they were happily paying me to write articles for them. And last but not least, of course, the last point is you can get paid. It doesn't matter how much you start out making on Medium, you get paid while you grow your audience and credibility. This is unique because it doesn't exist on any other platform that gives you access to an existing audience. You can grow your audience on Instagram, on LinkedIn, on Twitter, whatever it is. You can go there, you can go viral, you can reach the masses. But what's not going to happen is that they will pay you for the reach. Medium will do that if you can join the partner program, if you are in an eligible country and you meet the criteria, which are actually very low. And then you can just instantly monetize your work, no matter if you've been writing for 10 years or you're just starting out like I did. Now, at this point, you might be asking, what about upcoming trends and trends like this one, which is an AI writing tool. Now, this is when we talk about supercharging yourself. What I mean when I say supercharging yourself is that you can make use of all the tools, opportunities, and any kind of support system that is already out there, because tools like AI writing, even though they are on the rise right now, they are not your enemies. They are your support system. And this is true for any platform, but also any tool that you might use, no matter if that's Grammarly or the Hemingway editor, which are two tools that I love using in my daily writing schedule, or if it's platforms like Medium, Substack, Quora, or Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, whatever it is. These are all opportunities for you that are waiting for you to discover them, to dig into them, to learn if this is the right opportunity for you or not. And even though a lot of people are exploring AI writing tools now, this is actually just something positive and not negative, because the truth is AI cannot replace a genuine writer. AI cannot replace me. It can only supercharge me by helping me get better at the things that I currently need support with. You can ask yourself, what are my strengths and weaknesses as a writer? And this might really be different depending on what stage you are. Maybe you are someone who has 1,000 ideas on what to write about, but you don't know how exactly to start and finish an article. In that case, tools might help you outline your stories, or they might help you come up with title ideas. Maybe you are someone who's really good at focusing on an idea and writing an article really quickly, but you just feel like you struggle to come up with ideas. Great. Go use platforms like Quora or AI tools to come up with ideas in the first place. You can also ask yourself which tools you can use to accelerate your writing process, no matter if that's improving your actual writing, like with tools like Grammarly, Hemingway, or whatever else you want to use. Or maybe it means that you need some productivity tools in order to be more focused and more sharp when you are actually sitting down to write. It all really comes down to how can I improve my work and how can I be a more efficient and effective writer. At the end of the day, 2023 is your year to grow, your opportunity to grow, because the increase of content, spam, and scam generated through those AI tools actually makes us crave stories written by people who genuinely care. Stories that I've written by a tool will not be able to replace you anytime soon. You have your own voice, you have emotions, you have actual human experience that people are craving to read about. And this is what makes this year so unique. We have so many tools and opportunities, but we also have so many readers who are just sick and tired of content that is just being generated or created for the sake of creation, where there is no thoughtfulness, mindfulness, or really any kind of caring for the actual audience that is tuning in and spending their time on the stories. And I genuinely believe that readers are looking for genuine relationships. They're not looking for, quick, easy pieces to digest in terms of, quickly reading something and then letting go of it. When you are on Medium, you are looking for depth. You're looking for writers who you like, who you want to connect with, who you can trust. If somebody is paying money to read stories on the internet, even though there is so much free content, you can be sure that they are actually looking for quality, not just quantity. If you are looking for quantity, you can go to any blogging platform or any news feed, and you will find more content than you could ever read. But that's not the point. On Medium, people are there because they are looking for value, for transformation, for trust, and for relationships. And this doesn't mean that you have to provide a space for the relationship or the community. It means that you need to care and create with your reader in mind. And this really happens if you don't chase a make money quick kind of solution, but if you are here for building a real audience of people who love what you do, so that you can confidently monetize your work because you know you deserve it, and because you show up and really serve your audience of readers consistently, and because you want to do what you love and create an impact while you grow your income. If you just focus on the money side and you treat your readers like numbers, you are going to lose sight of what actually matters. Because at the end of the day, the person on the other end of the screen is a human being. Just like right now, I see you guys in the comments, I see Gina here, I see Carrie, I see Kirk. I see your names, and I know that this is not just a number. I have so many people inside this community, inside this challenge. But you are not robots, right? You are here because there is some sort of value that you find here, some sort of connection that we have. And I can see all those names, and this is the most beautiful kind of experience. And you want to have the same sort of connection to your readers. Of course, you want to get monetized. Of course, you want to get paid for the value you deliver. I want to. But at the end of the day, this is not the first part of your journey. The first part is asking yourself, how can I show up for my audience and really be valuable? All right, let me quickly recover or recap what we have covered here so that I can take a quick look at the comments and see if there are any questions. If you want to write online in 2023, Medium is still your place to be for so many reasons. But if we summarize it all, the biggest reason basically is that you don't really have an alternative of a long-form writing platform that provides discoverability and monetization, even for complete beginners, even for people who are starting out with an audience of 0 followers, readers, newsletter subscribers. Second, supercharging yourself means making use of opportunities, tools, platforms, and just any kind of opportunity or process that you can grab right now. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. You don't have to struggle. You can make use of what is already here, of what is already working, of what is already being used. Let tools, platforms, and coaches, mentors, writing buddies support you on this journey. You don't have to be alone. You can make use of everything that is already surrounding you. And last but not least, readers are not looking for the masses of content. There are masses of content on the internet. If somebody pays for Medium's partner program, for example, they are looking for writers they can actually trust and connect with. They are looking for value, they are looking for connection, and they are looking for genuinely created and crafted stories, not just for spam and for the masses of stories and for, the person who is in charge of publishing the most amount of stories every single day. That's not the point. All right, we've got day 1 covered, you guys. I'll take a look at the comments in just a few moments. Tomorrow, we are diving into day 2, where we'll talk about clarifying your message so you can show up with confidence and start to grow your audience. We are going to talk about you being in charge of the narrative, you controlling the narrative, as opposed to you giving people an opportunity to judge you without having any information. If you have not signed up for the masterclass happening on Thursday yet, make sure to do that. You can find the link in the comment section now, or you can just use the link on the slide. As I said, this is going to be our most intensive training day, and you need a separate sign-up link or registration in order to be able to access the training. We talked about our workbook already, so we have some homework assignments for you for today. First of all, we have prepared an in-depth report, actually, all about online writing trends that will shape the industry this year. Maybe you already came across it. Maybe this is the first time you will access it. Either way, make sure you take a look at it and reflect on the trends and ideas that we share inside that I've written about, because this is what will shape your journey, not just this year, but in the years to come. If you haven't introduced yourself in the community, in the challenge community yet, make sure to do that and share with us what you would like to write about. And we also have a worksheet inside the workbook that is all about summarizing your daily lessons. This is a way for us to help you ensure you really get the most out of these trainings. You have some key bullet points that you want to take action on. And if you want to commit to this journey, make sure you also take a screenshot or a photo of your lessons learned and share them with us inside the community. All right, that was day 1. We are getting ready for day 2 tomorrow, but before we do so, we have our VIP session happening in about 15 minutes. So if you are a VIP member, make sure you check your inbox. You find your Zoom link, because we are going to be on Zoom for the VIP session, and we are going to cover all the different kinds of questions that we received from our VIP members during this session. If you're a VIP member, you received a link to a form through which you can submit your questions, and we're going to take a look at those. If you're not a VIP member yet and you still want to join, you still have the opportunity to do so. Now, let me take a quick look if we have a few questions right now that you had about today's training. So I have about 2 or 3 minutes left to check. All right, so we have, I guess, all right, let me cover this first question that I see here from Cynthia. So she basically asked, is it bad to write about different topics instead of one thing, such as I'm writing some personal experience stories, but also have written a couple movie reviews. Is it okay to jump around? This is a tough question because it is totally okay to jump around. And on Medium, you can actually write about whatever you want and nobody will ever judge you. The problem is it's harder to build a loyal audience if you jump around on too many topics. It is a lot easier to build a loyal audience if you stick to a few core topics and messages and you really stay true to that and you try to serve a specific type of person with a specific kind of idea or solution. So you can try around, especially in the beginning. If you're a brand new writer, you have no idea what you want to write about yet, you can write about anything you want, really. But if you want to do this as a job at some point and really build a business out of your writing, you will need to make some decisions on what you really want to boil down to, because that's how you will grow your audience and income most effectively. And I know this is not the finite kind of answer you might be looking for, but it's really the truth, because you are allowed to write about whatever you want, but it is not necessarily the most effective path to jump around a lot. It is more effective to stay focused so you can actually become a great writer in a few topics instead of, you know, being here and there and jumping around too much. Let me take a quick look if we have anything else here. I have so many comments that I'm struggling to catch up right now. So we have one person, I think, asking about the requirements of the Medium Partner Program. So you have to be you have to be joining Medium's Partner Program from an eligible country. And apart from that, you need to have at least 100 followers on your account. And you also have to be an active writer, which means you need to have at least one story published, I think, as it says here. And then you have to publish in a certain consistency, but that's a very low number of articles that you have to publish in order to stay in the partner program. We will have you, or we will help you connect with other writers here who might like to support your writing throughout the challenge. So getting to your first 100 followers is not a struggle. And joining the Medium Partner Program actually isn't too hard anyway if you are serious about writing. Don't, try to scam the system or to follow any weird strategies in order to get accepted sooner, because it's not going to help you at all. Even if you get accepted, you're not going to be able to monetize. Try to build a loyal and real audience of followers, even if it's your first 100 followers. And as I said, in tomorrow's session, actually, we're going to help you to connect with the first few people. If you are brand new, you're going to have your first few followers who might be interested in reading your writing, but this is going to be easy. If you are serious about your writing, having your first 100 followers is not going to be too hard, I promise that. All right, you guys, thank you for being here. We will have a look at the comment section in the next few days as well. If there is anything else, we might get back to your comments in the Facebook group or on YouTube. If there is anything that you feel like is still a burning question that got not addressed here, make a post in the Facebook group and we will address it there as well. And all our VIP members, I'll see you in about 10 minutes in our VIP session. Grab your Zoom link and post your questions in the forum that we've sent you, and I'll see you in 10 minutes there. and I'll see all the others in tomorrow's day 2 training. Bye bye.